Today, we're going to be taking a look at all of these Sword and Shield alternate art cards that are over the value of $100 USD. We'll be taking a look at TCG Player, we'll be talking a little bit about the card itself, what the value was 1 year ago, what its highs and lows were over the past year, and where the card value is today. Let's go ahead and take a look right now. So starting off, we actually have an honorable mention because this card technically kind of sort of hasn't gone over the $100 threshold just yet. It's very close though. So we have the Glaceon V alternate full art card from Evolving Skies. Amazing card. You have Glaceon here resting on this park bench in the wintertime. Really showcases the Pokemon. Like I said, it's so close to that $100 mark, so I just decided to add it in. $98.39. 1 year ago, it had a value of $68.21. It looks like its low is over here on October 16th at $49.86, and its high is over here, over here on May 13th, $98.39, and that's where it currently rests today. Now, officially crossing over to the $100 threshold, we have the Espeon V alternate full art card from Evolving Skies. Fantastic artwork. It has this sort of illustration look to it. You have Espeon here levitating a bunch of books in what seems to be almost like a personal library or something like that. Fantastic artwork. 1 year ago, it had a value of $67.59. It looks like its low is over here on October 3rd at $56.62, and it's currently in its high at $112.98. Coming up next, we have the Aerodactyl V alternate full art card from Lost Origin. This card has some very iconic artwork. You have Aerodactyl here flying over what almost looks like a Jurassic kind of period. Looks like it's very ancient and timely. We have Bastiodons and Tropiuses. We have a bunch of other Pokemon there that certainly resemble pieces of the past. They have a more past time ancient look to them. Anyways, let's get on with the prices. So 1 year ago, it had a value of $117.63. It looks like its low was over here on December 4th at $82.46. Its high appears to be here on April 29th at $138.16, and its current value goes for $132.34. Coming up next, we have the Rayquaza V alternate full art card from Evolving Skies. Some amazing artwork here. This is actually one of the first alternate, well, I guess second alt art card that I pulled from Evolving Skies. So one of the first, but it was second. Pulled it out of an ETB. I was really thrilled with it. You have Rayquaza over here completely overshadowing the trainer Zinnia, as well as a Whismur, I think. Can't quite remember the Pokemon's name off the top of my head, but it's a really nice looking piece. 1 year ago, it had a value of $92.18. It looks like its low is over here on December 18th at $69.53. Its current value, its high is $149.13, sitting at May 6th, and its current value is $147.80. Coming up next, we have the Tyranitar V alternate full art card from Battle Styles. Battle Styles is finally getting some love that it deserves. We have this amazing artwork featuring Tyranitar over here, and I believe this is Pignite, if I'm correct, in the background over there. And then we have just a bunch of food. Clearly this Tyranitar had a massive feast. It's a very, I don't know the right word to say, a very fun, a very relaxed, almost kind of like adorable artwork, I guess, is kind of the the right way to put it. But yeah, 1 year ago, it had a value of $111.28, and then it looks like its low is over here on March 25th at $88.85. Then it looks like its high, May 13th, $172.24, and that's where it currently sits at today, at its high. Coming up next, we have the Galarian Moltres V alternate full art card from Chilling Reign. This was my very first alternate art card pull. I remember pulling it with my friends while we were camping. It was fantastic. I had no sleeves around, just kind of put it back in the pack and prayed that it did not get damaged or anything like that. It's such fantastic artwork. The colors, the purples, the magentas, the pinks, they really pop out on Moltres. Over here, there's a lot of symmetry. The gray really adds a nice depth of background. It's just fantastic artwork. One of my favorite alternate art cards. 1 year ago, it had a value of $129.64. It looks like its low is over here on September 11th at $117.83. Its high is over here on April 29th at $178.23. And its current value is $177.61. Then we have Machamp V alternate full art card from Astral Radiance. We have the Machamp over here carrying a lot of food and what appears to likely be rice or something of the sorts, or flour, and then just a bunch of plates and bowls, clearly helping out this small village in some way. Really shows a lot of character as opposed to like a ferocious kind of battle or a Machamp in, I guess, yeah, its battle stance. Shows more of its character. 1 year ago, we had a value of $112.56. It looks like its low is over here on February 12th at $78.96. Its high is here on May 13th at $177.62, and that's currently where its value is today. Then we have the Dragonite V alternate full art card from Evolving Skies. We have Dragonite here flying in the sky with a bunch of Fearos and Spearows below it. Clearly looks tired. Just another day for Dragonite, just chilling. We have some contrasting colors here on the color wheel, using color theory very well, which is really cool. And yeah, so 1 year ago, it had a value of $109.66. Its low is a little tricky to find, but we'll just put it right here. August 28th, $87.92. And then it looks like its high was on April 22nd at $184.63. Its current value sits at $180.56. The next card on this list is the Umbreon V alternate full art card from Evolving Skies. This card has some amazing artwork. We have Umbreon here clearly as the focus, some kind of leadership role in the darkness of this cityscape, with a bunch of other Pokemon, I guess, following its lead. I think this is a Grimmsnarl over here. This is definitely a Pinsir. It's a really neat and characteristic artwork as well. So 1 year ago, it had a value of $90.75. It looks like its low is over here on October 9th at $79.31. Its high is over here on April 29th at $193.83. And its current value is $189.47. Then we have what might be one of my most favored artworks for the entire Sword and Shield alternate art line. We have the Charizard V alt art from Brilliant Stars. Such a fantastic card. You have Charizard here battling Venusaur. We kind of get a behind the scenes look at what's going on. It's honestly really nice artwork. It just showcases a battle, clearly one that is raging on, quite ferocious. It's one of the few alt art cards that actually features a battle, which is why I think I really enjoy it. But 1 year ago, it had a value of $142.11. It looks like its low is over here on October 23rd at $103.30. Its current value is, or sorry, I guess it's high, but I think it's also its current value is $198.49. And I guess technically its current value now is $198.88. Okay, then we have the Lugia V alternate full art card from Silver Tempest. We have Lugia here completely overshadowing and causing some form of extreme waves to this trainer here, who appears to be holding a fishing rod, I think, as this might be the line here, or this is something else entirely. But this Lugia is definitely just kind of appearing out of the ocean as it does, completely causing a ruckus and likely a storm with it. What a sight to behold by that trainer, that's for sure. 1 year ago, it had a value of $173.17. It looks like its low is over here on January 15th at $114.24. Its high is April 29th at $215.72, and its current value is $207.53. Coming up next, we have the Sylveon Vmax alternate full art card from Evolving Skies. This happens to be a secret card too, I believe, secret rare, which I think is our first secret rare on this list, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this artwork is actually really fantastic. I mean, you have Sylveon here, which is the fairy type Pokemon. Features some very colorful, joyful artwork here. We have Marshadow, we have Eevee, we have Vaporeon back there. Looks like it's in some kind of outdoor, almost like patio setting. Just very overall joyous, happy, colorful vibes. 1 year ago, this card had a value of $140.69. It looks like its lows here on September 25th at $126.75, and its current value, which also happens to be its high, is $208.05. Coming up next, we have the Espeon Vmax alternate art card from Fusion Strike. This one also happens to be a secret rare. This is a pretty sought after card, and Fusion Strike is definitely on its way up as a set. We have a Dynamaxed massive Espeon sleeping over here on this village house, on the roof of this house in this village. It has some fantastic blue skies. We have Wingles in the background, and yeah, it's pretty iconic artwork. 1 year ago, it had a value of $145.65. It looks like its low is over here on December 25th at $119.50. Its high is on April 29th at $222.01. Its current value sits at $219.64. Coming up again from Evolving Skies, we have the Glaceon Vmax alternate art card. Again, another secret rare. Fun fact, I always thought this card for the longest time was from Celebrations because of the Pikachu in this corner here. I always thought that that was, like, at a quick glance, thought it was the Pikachu like insignia that it had for the Celebration set. So I was like, oh, that's such a cool pull from Celebrations. But no, it's from Evolving Skies, which I guess is even better. However, yeah, we have a Dynamax Glaceon, massive Glaceon over here on this. It looks like it's an iced over river, or maybe it's just on top of the river. I can't exactly tell. I think it's just on top of this river over here, this little canal, but it's a very awesome artwork here. Pikachu, then we have the Marill and Azumarill, and then we have what appears to be a Feebas Eevee over here with a fall kind of setting. Very, very nice. So 1 year ago, it had a value of $143.99. Its low was on October 30th at $136.62, and its high is also its current value at $224.84. Then we hit a massive leap in value here. We have the Leafeon Vmax alternate art card from Evolving Skies, as well as a secret rare. I was really happy and thrilled when I pulled this card. I pulled it in a mini tin, I believe. Or no, sorry, it was a Pokeball tin. Yeah, it was a Pokeball tin. But if you know anything about the Pokeball tins, they cram those packs in there. So I sent it in to get graded. I think it came back in 9 because the corner just got absolutely demolished inside of that Pokeball. I was a little upset about that, but I guess that's life, right? Fantastic artwork here. Again, it looks like very illustrated artwork, very pencil sketchy kind of looking. We have a Dynamax Leafeon rolling some hay bales in this field here. It's a very aesthetic looking art piece. 1 year ago, it had a value of $171.57. Looks like its low was over here on September 11th at $143.13, and then it's currently in its high at $320.71. Coming up next, we have the Blaziken Vmax alternate art card coming in from Chilling Reign, which also happens to be a secret rare. I don't know if I really have to say much about this artwork. It's just fantastic. The colors just explode out at you. You have this giant Blaziken who clearly looks like it's doing some sort of martial art pose over what happens to be this wooden kind of built looking almost like dojo setting with Inteleon's evolution line over here. Just beautiful, colorful artwork that just pops out almost like tie-dye. Anyways, it had a value 1 year ago of $226.58. Its low is probably around somewhere here on November 20th at $161.79, and it's currently at its high at $372.55. Then, coming up, our fourth last card for this list, we have the Gengar VMAX alternate art card from Fusion Strike. Again, another secret rare. Some truly iconic artwork, and it features a beloved Pokemon of Gengar from the original 151. You have this a very illustrated looking artwork here with a massive Gengar sucking up this landscape here, and it looks like a spooky kind of haunted aroma around him with that quarter moon there. Don't exactly know the moon cycles, but we'll call it the quarter moon. However, 1 year ago, it had a value of $210.62. Its low is probably over here on November 13th at $183.70. Its high was on April 29th at $409.32, and its current value sits at $399.27. Then our third last card for this list, we have the Rayquaza Vmax alternate art card from Evolving Skies. It too is a secret rare card. You have, again, some more iconic artwork here. You have the Rayquaza kind of snaking its way through the canopy of the jungle. It's massive. I mean, Rayquaza is already supposed to be a really big Pokemon, right? But I guess it's Dynamax, so it's even bigger. Fantastic coloring here. The sky has a bit of almost like a fog or a fade to it with a mountain landscape in the background. Just beautiful artwork. 1 year ago, it had a value of $289.31. Its low appears to be over here on October 9th at $245.16, and it's currently at its high at $463.83. Then our second last card for today, which does not happen to be a secret rare, is a Giratina V alternate full art card from Lost Origin. I know, broken record, I'm going to say it for the next one too. Iconic artwork. It's just so busy and extreme. And to the first appearance, it may not be the best looking artwork, but the more you get used to it and the more you look at it, it's actually fantastic. You have Giratina here kind of floating through the chaos, and you just have a bunch of random colors and objects and shapes in the background. Just an explosion of detail. It is fantastic artwork. 1 year ago, it had a value of $315.12. Its lows over here on December 18th at $232.16. And its high is on May 6th at $480.71. Its current value is $477.03. And number one, you probably guessed it, is the Umbreon VMAX alternate art card from Evolving Skies. It too is a secret rare. This is the classic Moonbreon card. Technically, I believe there's a Moonbreon from the Neo series where there's actually another Umbreon with the moon, but I guess this is the more popular Moonbreon. So we have a massive Umbreon here, clearly standing on some sort of castle, almost some tower castle, something like that, reaching up towards the moon, and you have a beautiful swirl of greens, blues, and yellows above it. It has this kind of purpley magenta tint surrounding the Moonbreon itself, the gold, or sorry, not gold, its outline. It's just fantastic. It's amazing artwork. You really don't get much better than this. But 1 year ago, it had a value of $634.27. It had a low on October 9th at $491.50, and it's currently at its, I guess it's not at its high. Yeah, it is. Yeah, its high is over here on May 6th at $958.67, and its current value is $956.47. It is so close to $1,000, and this card has not even been out for a year. It's been out for a year. It hasn't even been out for 3 years yet. So everybody, there you have it. There were all of the alternate art cards from the Sword and Shield era that had a value of over $100, with the exception of one that I know is going to get to that $100 mark super soon. Honestly, all of these cards have crazy prices for them being out for what is probably a little over 3 years, under 3 years. It's just insane. I don't know if I would have predicted these prices, especially, I mean, it's bigger than when Pokemon had the big boom of 2020. Obviously, a lot of these weren't even out then, but still, it is just nuts. I have no predictions as to where these cards will go. They don't really show any signs of slowing down, so I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I see a lot of them continuing to go up. I don't know if I see a lot of them going down very soon. You never know though, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cards under the $100 value within the next few months to the year that will certainly cross over that threshold. Let me know what you think of a lot of these cards, Do you have them in your collection? Are you going to pick them up? What are your thoughts on these prices? Are they pretty crazy? I think so, but I'd love to know it all. Let me know down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.